Hello, this is King Twan Gaming coming to you with a new wrestling event, and I am the general manager of Flexes and Flips Wrestling Promotion. What I am is half of Ringside Promotions under Rob. Rob is the CEO of Ringside Promotions, and he is, I suppose, the whole CEO. He's the boss of everything. So, the CEO of Head Over Heels. So, anyway, this is our third event. I don't have any champions yet. Working on getting our tournaments done. So 4 matches in this will be all these matches are going to be tournament matches. This will be 6 of them, and some of the players in here we're going to have Don Morocco. We're going to have the Powers of Pain and the Steiners coming out tonight, and we are moving quite a ways away from Des Moines to Cleveland, Ohio tonight at the Huntington Convention Center. Attendance 10,000, and it's Flexes and Flips event 3. So it should be a good night. It should be a blast for some good wrestling here. And the first match of the night will be Adrian Adonis versus Jimmy Snuka. And they both won their first matches in the tournament. So we'll see what's going to happen when they meet each other. It'll be a no disqualification match. There's a way to do tournaments, which I'll do next time I do a tournament. And you can add a special rules disqualification. That way, I think it doesn't disqualify both wrestlers under the new rules. But I'll have to check those rules out. But we're just doing it this way for now. All right. We'll start the next card event. There he is, Adrian Adonis, Jimmy Snuka. Lights out, no DQ match.
This is a lights out match. Referee's only purpose in there to count a man's shoulders down or to hear him concede.
Right. But the referee's only in there for pin counts and submission holds. The rest is no disqualification no matter what. So it makes it kind of interesting. So anyway, Adrian Adonis trying to get one step ahead here in this tournament. After this, there'll be 4 players left in the tournament. What's going to happen is, in my tournament of 16 men, one will win the tournament, and then they're the number one. They'll be the one that's going to face the battle of a 16-man battle royal. Those 2 will face off, and the winner will get the heavyweight belt. That's how I'm going to do the first one. Then I have an 8 tag team tournament with all my tag teams. I have 8 tag teams. I think Rob has more in his Head Over Heels. I think he went for more tag teams. I went for less tag teams. I don't know why, but right now I don't have as many. But that's okay. I have enough to make the wrestling interesting. The thing is, this game, it doesn't separate the wrestlers in the tag team matches. So you kind of gotta go by ear of who's in the ring and who's not in the ring. So that's okay. We'll just do that. Anyway, let's get on with the match. Computer controls the wrestlers. Yeah. They're both faces, according to what this says. We'll make Adonis the heel. Okay.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall, okay. That means one pin or one submission. Okay, action. Here we go. Let's see how these judges square off. Lights go out for a second. Matchup analysis is pretty even. Adrian Adonis is a bad guy here. He's the heel. Pre-match, Adrian Adonis notices the referee is paying very close attention to him, and his attack is not in his best interest. Jimmy Snuka's control, body slam countered. Adrian Adonis well prepared for this match. Referee break illegal turnbuckle. Adrian Adonis tying the arm of Jimmy Snuka up in the rope. Lands a couple of punches with a tied up arm. Blam, blam. Adrian Adonis places Jimmy Snuka in the front chancery. Adrian Adonis tears into the shelf and squares his confidence. Ooh, they're going for the heel. Adrian Adonis surprises his opponent and locks in a dangerous sleeper hold, cutting off Jimmy Snuka's option. Here in the count before Adrian Adonis passes past the referee and surprises Jimmy Snuka with a couple of quick moves. In the game of human chess, Jimmy Snuka was thinking one move ahead, which allowed him to counter the move. Jimmy Snuka headbutts Adrian Adonis on the forehead. Blam! And he has a hard head, being Islander. Jimmy Snuka stuns Adrian Adonis with a leg drop across his back. Jimmy Snuka grabs Adrian Adonis and slams him hard to the canvas. And he tries to wrap him up in a pin.
1, 2.
No pin. We got to the 2 count. Jimmy Snuka surprises the opponent with a roll up.
1.
With a mat work, no pin. Adrian Adonis drapes Jimmy Snuka throat first over the bottom rope and uses the rope to choke him. Adrian Adonis delivers a brutal uppercut to Jimmy Snuka's groin. Oh! Adrian Adonis thinks too much, which causes him to lose control. Jimmy Snuka clamps on the claw-like hold to immobilize the opponent. Uh-oh. Going for a submission.
1, 2.
No submission. Jimmy Snuka clamps on the claw. We can do that. Adonis confuses Snuka, which allows Adrian Adonis to take control. Adonis decides to use the punches. Adrian Adonis holds Jimmy Snuka in a headlock and punches him in the forehead. Shooting him from the referee. So blam, blam, blam. Adrian Adonis hits Jimmy Snuka with a chop right to the face. Smack. Adrian Adonis ponders his next move just a little too long. Jimmy Snuka picks Adrian Adonis up and slams him to the mat. Goes for the
1, 2.
Adrian Adonis finds the ropes and is released. Jimmy Snuka, Adrian Adonis smashes Jimmy Snuka on the top of the head. Ouch. Russell stumbled into the ropes. Referee tells him to break cleanly. Adonis is a little overconfident, which caused him to make a mistake and lose control. Outside ring action is happening now. Snuka throws Adrian Adonis out of the ring. Jimmy Snuka, hoping to make Adonis' arm ineffective, catches Adrian Adonis in a hammerlock. Snuka vaults in the ropes and delivers a flying punch. He's very good at that.
1.
No pin. Adrian Adonis is taking the punishment. Snuka stomps on Adrian Adonis on his ankle.
1, 2.
No pin for a 2 count. Outside the ring, action's happening. Snuka mauls Adrian Adonis all around the ringside area using anything that is not nailed down as a weapon. Blam, blam, blam. Punching, kicking. Smashing him in ring posts, smashing him into the ring, into the tables, into the fences, anything. He's got 101 damage on Adrian Adonis now. Jimmy Snuka has his opponent in a small package in the middle of the ring.
1,
1, 2.
2.
No pin. Adrian Adonis kicks out of it. He's staggering Adonis. Adonis takes a lackadaisical approach, which allows Jimmy Snuka to grab control. And Snuka's grab control again. Jimmy Snuka's unsure on what to do and loses control. Adrian Adonis slips on the canvas, but Snuka is too slow to respond. Adonis plans to keep the match on the mat, so he presses his forearm down to the back of Jimmy Snuka's arm to keep him on the mat. Wrestlers hook up and break the holds. Adonis is ready for the opponent's move. And Jimmy Snuka goes around the ring, flexing his muscles. He's got a big physique. Adrian Adonis rolls his opponent up in a small package. Tries to pin Snuka.
1, 2.
No pin. Adonis tries to wear Jimmy Snuka down by snaring Jimmy Snuka with short arm scissors. Adonis uses his speed to escape Jimmy Snuka's move attempts, thus tiring him out. Adonis ties Jimmy Snuka up in a reverse leg lock. Snuka throws Adrian Adonis into the corner and follows him with a running splash. Blam! Jimmy Snuka is overzealous on the shoot end, and Adrian simply backs away. Adrian Adonis whips Jimmy Snuka into the ropes and catches him with a big boot. Staggering back and falling down as Jimmy Snuka. Adrian Adonis puts him in a pin.
1.
No pin. Adonis nails Jimmy Snuka with a reverse chop to the chest. Running body slaps. Jimmy Snuka is ready for the opponent's move, though. Punches. Jimmy Snuka uncorks a series of chops to Adrian Adonis' chest. Snuka pushes Adonis into the far corner where the referee calls for a clean break, which he received. Snuka sees an opening but slips as he attempts to maneuver. Adonis is concerned with the referee, and in the process he loses control. Jimmy Snuka headbutts Adrian Adonis directly to the face. Wham! Jimmy Snuka moves Adrian Adonis into the ropes and drills him with a high knee to the face. Jimmy Snuka uncorks a big punch that staggers Adrian Adonis. Adonis turns the table and makes a nice little counter. Jimmy Snuka expertly avoids it and then counters opponent's move. Jimmy Snuka stomps Adrian Adonis in the midsection. Blam! Jimmy Snuka whips Adrian Adonis to the ropes and delivers a big clothesline. Snuka has control. He's trying to use a specialty move. Fijian full Nelson. He clamps the Fijian full Nelson on him, on Adonis.
1, 2.
2, and in the ropes. Adonis gets out of it. Adonis has control. Running body splash, and then he tries to pin the Fijian.
1, 2.
No pin. Snuka gets out of it. Adonis stomps Jimmy Snuka on his shoulder. Adonis surprises his opponent with an inside cradle. Checking for a pin.
1, 2.
No pin. Adonis needed to grab a breather. Really has Jimmy Snuka locked up in a tight shoulder lock. Jimmy Snuka drops from the ropes and delivers a flying double axe handle on Adonis, right between the eyes.
1,
1, 2.
2.
No pin. Adonis staggers, but he stumbles back and he gets out of it. Jimmy Snuka delivers a nice mule kick to the side of Adrian Adonis' head. Again, he staggers him. Submission move countered. Adrian Adonis easily counters the move. Pin holds counter. Jimmy Snuka baits opponents into attempting the move, which allows for a very easy counter. And counter the body slam. Outside ring action now.
Who is a mess? Oh, he is a mess.
Adrian Adonis runs Jimmy Snuka face first on the ring post. Jimmy Snuka has the left outside of his lower lip torn open, and blood is starting to gush out. Uh-oh. He's got cuts down on minus 22. Outside ring action is happening. Jimmy Snuka tries to counter. Jimmy Snuka outsmarts opponent and is able to counter. Adrian Adonis decided to use punches. Adrian Adonis hits Jimmy Snuka with a series of body punches. Snuka decided to use arm holds. Jimmy Snuka lands a series of punches in the head of Adrian Adonis. Wrestlers lock up and start fighting for leverage. Things get a little testy as both wrestlers start to get frustrated, but things calm down when both wrestlers retreat. Wrestlers end up in the ropes where tempers flare just a bit. More outside ring. Outside ring action is happening. Adrian Adonis batters Jimmy Snuka while outside the ring with chairs, tables, anything else he can get his hands on. Dang. Adrian Adonis blisters Jimmy Snuka with chops while he has him trapped in the corner. Adonis whips Jimmy Snuka into the ropes and drills him with a high knee to the chest. Blam! Wrestlers engage in a test of strength but end up in the ropes. Referee calls for a clean break. Debris has been thrown in the ring, and when the referee tries to kick it out, he misses, and the fans start chanting, "You messed up." Adonis kicks Jimmy Snuka in the chest. Wham! Adonis surprises his opponent with a sunset flip. He's going to try to pin Jimmy Snuka.
1, 2.
No pin. Jimmy Snuka gets out of that. Jimmy Snuka is locked, and which allows him to quickly counter the move. Adrian Adonis turns the table and makes a nice little counter. Jimmy Snuka is prepared for the opponent's move and makes a dandy counter. Jimmy Snuka, thinking the match needs to slow down, presses his forearm down on the back of Adrian Adonis' arm to keep him on the mat. The wrestlers end up in the ropes with tempers flare. Jimmy Snuka stomps on Adrian Adonis on his back. Snuka surprises Adrian Adonis with a perfectly executed arm drag takedown. Nice. Snuka lunges at the opponent, but Adrian Adonis sidesteps the move and takes control. Adrian Adonis sucker punches Jimmy Snuka when the ref tries to separate the two. Blam! Snuka's starting to take more damage than Adonis now. Adrian Adonis drills Jimmy Snuka with a series of punches. Adonis unloads with a series of chops to Jimmy Snuka's chest. Dang. Adonis actually avoids and counters the opponent's move. Jimmy Snuka makes a fancy counter. Jimmy Snuka comes back with a series of fires away with a series of chops to Adrian Adonis' throat. Match has been going on for almost 30 minutes. Jimmy Snuka scoops up Adrian Adonis. He scoops him up and slams him to the canvas. Blam! Jimmy Snuka kicks Adrian Adonis in his chest. Jimmy Snuka whips Adrian Adonis to the ropes and nails him with a knee to the midsection. Jimmy Snuka quickly scoops Adrian Adonis up and nails him with a driving body slam, almost putting him through the ring.
1, 2.
And he gets out of it. Jimmy Snuka, displaying his fleetness, nails Adrian Adonis with a perfectly timed drop kick. Adonis delivers a kick that is barely above Jimmy Snuka's belt. Adrian Adonis uses a series of quick hitting forearms at Jimmy Snuka. Adrian Adonis hooks Jimmy Snuka and delivers a fisherman suplex.
1,
Trying to pin Snuka again.
2.
No pin, he gets out of it. Adonis turns opponent over in a Boston Crab now. Now we're going to check for submission.
1, 2.
And Jimmy Snuka gets on the ropes to break the hold. Jimmy Snuka jumps from the ropes and delivers a flying shoulder block.
1, 2.
No pin. They're battering and beating on each other. 240 to 256, but Sugar has some cuts on his lip. Oh, the Superfly leap. He uses the Superfly leap to get on, crash down on Adrian Adonis' chest.
One, two, and he gets three.
Stuka pins Adrian Adonis in the first match. Pin attempt at 31-41. 273 to 240. All right. A good match. Took 20 minutes. Okay, wrestling lovers. The next match is Bret Hart versus El Gigante in a no DQ, no disqualification match.
This is a lights-out match. Referee's only purpose in there to count a man's shoulders down or to hear him concede.
We'll have El Gigante be the heel in this one. Or should I? I guess he can be the face. We'll have both those faces. Should be a good match. 14 owns 130. No time limit on these matches.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
All right. In the white corner we have El Gigante. And in the blue corner, Bret the Hitman Hart. Okay. Let's get underway here. Lights out for a second. Prediction pretty even. 460, it says unknown weight and height for Hart, but 8 feet is El Gigante and 460 pounds, I guess. El Gigante hoping to slow Bret Hart down, locks his hands tightly as he applies a headlock to Bret Hart. Outside ring, Bret Hart smashes El Gigante with a chair shot across his back. Bret Hart kicks El Gigante in the back. Bret Hart drops straight down on El Gigante's neck with the point of his elbow. El Gigante has Bret Hart high in the air and slams him hard to the mat. And then he pins him.
1, 2, and he gets three.
He knocked the wind out of Bret Hart in the first move. And just destroys Bret Hart with that big body slam high in the air. Wow, that's unusual. Bret Hart usually has, maybe he wasn't feeling good today, but Bret Hart usually has more stamina than that. But that's the way it works out. That's the pin. All right, we'll be back in a second. The next match will be a no DQ between Chief Jay Strongbow and the Rock's father, Rocky Johnson.
Lights out matches are not sanctioned by the NWA.
All right. This is going to be a good match. They're both good wrestlers. This should be a damn good match. Both face, both good guys.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Okay, we have Rocky Johnson in the white corner and Chief Jay Strongbow in the blue corner. the height and weight elite indie wrestler, according to his matchup prediction. I would have the heights and weights. The prediction is even. So, let's get on with it. Jay Strongbow gets away from the victory roll. Jay Strongbow delivers a series of chops to Rocky Johnson's chest. Blam, blam, blam. Jay Strongbow releases a series of forearm uppercuts to Rocky Johnson's chin. Blam, 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 blam. Rocky Johnson surprises Jay Strongbow with a snap suplex and then tries to pin him.
1, 2.
No pin. Outside ring action is happening. Rocky Johnson slams Jay Strongbow on the ringside table. Goes Jay Strongbow when he gets away from him. Outside the ring action.
David, oh boy, is he.
Rocky Johnson hammers Jay Strongbow with a chair shot across his back. Jay Strongbow incurs a slight cut in the corner of his right eye that causes blood to start flowing out. Uh-oh. He's cut already. Rocky Johnson throws Jay Strongbow outside of the ring. Jay Strongbow smashes Rocky Johnson with a chair shot to the face. Rocky Johnson uses a series of quick holds, including kicks and arm holds on Jay Strongbow. Rocky Johnson uses a quick series of arm drag takedowns on Jay Strongbow.
1, 2.
No pin. Both wrestlers are leery of making a mistake, so they simply eye one another. Wrestlers circle each other looking for an opening. Rocky Johnson flexes his muscles at the crowd while he's trying to size up Chief Jay. Jay Strongbow vaults to the ropes and delivers a flying leg drop.
1,
Tries a pin attempt.
2.
No pin. Jay Strongbow tries to get more aggressive. Jay Strongbow, not waiting for his referee to move out of the way, quickly strikes Rocky Johnson with a solid kick and follows up with two more solid kicks that stun Rocky Johnson. Kablam, kablam. Both wrestlers are leery of making mistakes, so they simply eye one another. Neither are making a move yet. Rocky Johnson clamps on a claw-like hold to immobilize his opponent. Rocky Johnson hooks Jay Strongbow's trunks and delivers a high vertical suplex.
1,
And then a pin attempt.
2.
No pin. Rocky Johnson drills Jay Strongbow with a series of punches. Setting up to Rocky Johnson, which is a specialty move. Dropkick Boston Crab, an attempt for submission.
1, 2.
No submission. Rocky Johnson's alacrity costs him as he gains himself out of position and causes him to lose control to Jay Strongbow. Rocky Johnson is locked in, which allows him to quickly counter the move. Rocky Johnson kicks Jay Strongbow on the side of the head. Blam! Ruffling those feathers. The referee is trying to calm things down and has to separate both men. Strongbow hooks Johnson up to his trunk and delivers a high vertical suplex and then tries a pin.
1.
No pin. Wrestlers hook up and quickly break the hold. Warning crowd with Rocky Johnson out of reach for the gentleman's conference. He's stamina by 10. Rocky Johnson rolls his opponent up in a small package. Tries to pin him.
1, 2.
And no pin. Almost 9 minutes into the match, or a little over 9 minutes, Rocky Johnson ties Jay Strongbow up in a reverse leg lock.
1.
No pin after rolling up an inside cradle. Kicking out of it is Rocky Johnson. Outside ring.
Look at this. This is what we're talking about. This is pure ultra violence. This is insane.
We got chairs, we got sharp objects, we've got blunt objects, we've got steel guardrails. And
okay, Rocky Johnson, after throwing Jay Strongbow outside the ring and blasts him with a steel chair shot, then puts the boots on him on the arena floor. Jay Strongbow has a large cut up here right below his left eye, and blood's beginning to pour out. He got cuts. Jay Strongbow kicks Rocky Johnson in the back. Outside the ring is happening. Jay Strongbow slams Rocky Johnson with a chair shot across his arm.
One.
Sleeper hold in the ropes. Rocky Johnson gets out of that maneuver. Rocky Johnson delivers a kick after that is barely above Jay Strongbows' belt. Each wrestler tries to maneuver for a better position without any luck. Jay Strongbow turns the tables to reverse the situation, thus gaining control. Jay Strongbow is taking advantage of his quickness to slowly wear Rocky Johnson down. Rocky Johnson makes a fancy counter. Outside the ring action is happening again. Rocky Johnson nails Jay Strongbow as he tries to re-enter the ring and knocking him back to the arena floor. That hard, cold floor. Jay Strongbow is becoming a good friend of it. Rocky Johnson surprises Jay Strongbow with a snap suplex. Each wrestler tries to bait one another into engaging, but neither one is willing to do so. The referee is trying to calm things down and has to separate both men. Jay Strongbow nails Rocky Johnson with a reverse chop to the chest. Jay Strongbow delivers a series of chops to Rocky Johnson's chest. So he's pounding on Rocky Johnson. Jay Strongbow uses a very nice hip lock takeover to get Rocky Johnson on the canvas. Pin holds countered. Rocky Johnson grabs Jay Strongbow by the forehead, chin, twisting the neck in the process. Rocky Johnson jumps from the ropes and delivers a flying body press. Then he tries to pin the knockdown Jay Strongbow.
1, 2.
No pin. 15 minutes, 22 seconds in. Rocky Johnson has Jay Strongbow high in the air and slams him hard on the mat. Then he checks for a pin again.
1, 2.
No pin. Outside the ring. While brawling outside the ring, Rocky Johnson grabs the ringside microphone cord and uses it to violently choke Jay Strongbow. Uh-oh. Jay Strongbow uses a perfectly applied step over leg lock to Rocky Johnson. Jay Strongbow is setting up for a specialty move. The sleeper. He's trying to check for submission now.
1, 2.
They check that arm. He raises up. Jay Strongbow breaks out of the hold. Rocky Johnson easily avoids the opponent's suplex move. Rocky Johnson kicks Jay Strongbow in the solar plexus. Oh, wham! Perfect timing. Rocky Johnson repeatedly drops a knee on Jay Strombow's forehead. Wham! 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 Rocky Johnson fish hooks Jay Strombow's mouth and pulls away, trying to move his mouth open. Rocky Johnson kicks Jay Strongbow in the back. Rocky Johnson decided to use punches. Rocky Johnson landed a big punch to the jaw of Jay Strongbow. With all that big physique with big muscles. Wham! Outside ring action is happening. Both wrestlers go down in the middle of the ring. Where the referee begins the 10 count. Each wrestler is able to get up before the count finishes. Rocky Johnson ties the opponent up in a rolling reverse pin attempt.
1,
Pin him again.
2,
No pin. A little pushing and holding goes on, but the wrestlers break and no one has the advantage. Almost 20 minutes. Now it's 20 minutes into the match. Rocky Johnson, thinking that the match needs to slow down, keeps Jay face down on the mat with a painful hammerlock. Rocky Johnson stomps Jay Strongbow on his hands. Rocky Johnson performs an excellent heel throw as he hurls Jay Strongbow to the mat. Rocky Johnson turns the opponent over into the Boston Crab. Tries the submission.
1, 2,
No submission. Rocky Johnson clamps on body scissors to the opponent's midsection. Jay Strongbow has taken a beating in this match and does not appear to turn the momentum, be able to turn the momentum.
1, 2,
No submission. Action. Jay Strongbow senses the move is coming and makes an excellent counter against the submission move. Rocky Johnson with some great anticipation, brilliantly countered the move. Outside ring, Rocky Johnson attacks Jay Strongbow as he climbs through the ropes in an effort to get back into the ring. Rocky Johnson headbutts Jay Strongbow squarely on the jaw. Crack. Over 300 points of damage on Jay Strongbow now. 120 for Rocky Johnson. Rocky Johnson sweating profusely, but he could take a lot more.
1, 2,
Jay Strongbow gets the ropes, and so he doesn't get pinned. Okay, Jay Strongbow decided to use punches. Jay Strongbow continues to punch Rocky Johnson, barely stopping for the referee's 5 count. Outside the ring action is happening. Lights out. Here we go. Jay Strongbow nails Rocky Johnson with repeated chair shots. Blam, blam, blam. Jay Strongbow loads with a series of chops to Rocky Johnson's chest. Blam. Strongbow continues to choke Rocky Johnson, breaking right before the 5 count and then starting choking again. Rocky Johnson frustrates Jay Strongbow with his quickness and speed. Rocky Johnson tries to disguise his attack but fails in his attempt to lose control. Rocky Johnson uses excellent film preparation. He's able to counter the opponent's move attempt. Rocky Johnson whips Jay Strongbow into the ropes and nails him with a knee to the midsection. Then he tries a pin attempt.
1, 2,
No pin. Jay Strongbow cinches up across face, twisting Johnson's neck. Jay Strongbow decided to use punches. He holds Rocky Johnson in a headlock and punches him in the forehead while shielding this from the referee. Johnson moves all over the ring, causing Jay Strongbow to waste precious stamina chasing him. And he must use a specialty move, a series of drop kicks, and then a pin attempt.
1, 2, and he gets clear.
After a series of drop kicks, he does a lot of damage to Chief Jay and pins him. 3.5 for that match. All right. After that victory by Rocky Johnson, the next match is going to be a no DQ match between the Ultimate Warrior and Dusty Rhodes. Now, last time, Dusty Rhodes was beaten severely but won the match. Let's see what the Ultimate Warrior can do here.
This is a lights-out match. Referee's only purpose in there to count a man's shoulders down or to hear him concede.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Okay, here we go. Slight favorite. So in the white corner we have the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And in the blue corner, the Monster Man, the man, he's just a monster, crazy wrestler. The Ultimate Warrior. See what happens here. Ready for opponent's move. Dusty Rhodes makes a nice counter on Eagle Chop. Dusty Rhodes kicks the Ultimate Warrior in the back. Bionic elbow. In the game of human chest, he's countered though. Legal whip rope, Ultimate Warrior whips Dusty Rhodes to the ropes and catches him with a big boot. The Ultimate Warrior pulls him into the scalp and encourages him to lose his confidence. The Ultimate Warrior uncorks a big punch and staggers Dusty Rhodes backwards. Ultimate Warrior nails Dusty Rhodes in the forearm to the side of the head. Ultimate Warrior surprises Dusty Rhodes with a perfectly timed drop kick that nails him squarely in the chest. And he tries to pin him.
One!
No pin. Dusty Rhodes way too fresh for that. Ultimate Warrior hits Dusty Rhodes with a chop right to the face.
One! Two!
Pin. No pin. Ultimate Warrior vaults on the ropes so there was a flying leg drop. And again he tries for a pin.
One! Two!
No pin. Dusty Rhodes just got his opponent very well and countered the body punch. And then Dusty Rhodes ran out of boost with adrenaline confidence, reaching his stamina by 10. Outside ring action is happening. With the referee down on the mat, Dusty Rhodes attempts to hang Ultimate Warrior over the top ropes by applying tremendous pressure on top two ropes. The referee is finally able to free Ultimate Warrior from further damage and reduce stamina by 30. Ultimate Warrior tries a counter move. Ultimate Warrior stomps away on Dusty Rhodes as he is draped across the ring apron. Dusty Rhodes is prepared for the opponent's move and makes a dandy counter. Outside ring. Dusty Rhodes mulches Ultimate Warrior all around ringside using anything that is not nailed down as a weapon. He's good at stuff like that. Then he wants to use a specialty move. Countered shuffle punches countered by the Ultimate Warrior. Okay, Ultimate Warrior quickens the pace, which allows him to stun Dusty Rhodes with several hard chops in the chest. Dusty Rhodes whips Ultimate Warrior into the turnbuckle. The Bionic elbow is countered. Dusty Rhodes is so prepared to easily counter the move. Dusty Rhodes unloads with a barrage of punches to Ultimate Warrior's face. Countered that. Ultimate Warrior has control suplex attempt. Ultimate Warrior gains the needed leverage and lifts Dusty Rhodes up with a high vertical suplex.
He's cut. David. Oh, boy, is he.
Both wrestlers collide and go down. It looks as though each wrestler may be cut. Ultimate Warrior has a very bad cut above his right eye, which produces quite a bit of blood. Reduced stamina, cut damage by 23. Dusty Rhodes has what appears to be a large cut in his left eyebrow, and blood is running down his face. This is the second match in which Dusty Rhodes is bleeding. Plus slam has been countered. Crowd slowly works its way into a frenzy. Starts getting louder and louder. Dusty Rhodes gets caught up in the excitement and uses the crowd's energy to get him fired up. Dusty Rhodes uses visual shouts for further increasing confidence. The referee is trying to calm things down. Ultimate Warrior whips Dusty Rhodes into the rope and delivers a running body block. Dusty Rhodes is hoping to slow down Ultimate Warrior. Lands a headlock on Ultimate Warrior, then slinks away. Ultimate Warrior slips to the opponent's move. Outside the ring. Well, outside the ring, Ultimate Warrior grabs the ringside bell and uses to blast Dusty Rhodes. Bam! Ding dong ding. Uh-oh. Fresh slam splash by the Ultimate Warrior. And he tries to pin Dusty Rhodes.
1, 2.
Does not work. Dusty Rhodes at the last possible moment gets his left heel on the bottom rope. Much to the chagrin of Ultimate Warrior, the attempt is halted. Ultimate Warrior smashes Dusty Rhodes' face into the turnbuckle. Ultimate Warrior smashes Dusty Rhodes on the top of the head with a standing elbow smash. Ultimate Warrior uses a series of quick hitting forearms on Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes is setting up to use a specialty move. The shuffle punch.
1, 2.
No pin. Dusty Rhodes is astonished and is devastated when the attempt is terminated. Dusty Rhodes conceals a chokehold from the referee while holding Ultimate Warrior in front of Chancery.
1, 2.
Hip lock takeover. No pin by Dusty. Dusty Rhodes using his excellent film preparation is able to counter his opponent's move attempt. Dusty Rhodes executes a perfect bridge suplex on the Ultimate Warrior. Hi Moses, this is Shih Tzu Puppy. Cute. You want to come up and see Daddy? Outside the ring action is happening. Lights out. No DQ, here we go. Ultimate Warrior batters Dusty Rhodes while outside the ring. Dusty Rhodes is taking some punishment. Ultimate Warrior stuns Dusty Rhodes with a flying dropkick after whipping him to the ropes. Ultimate Warrior is momentarily distracted by Hottie sitting in the front row. Ultimate Warrior nails Dusty Rhodes as he looks at her cleavage with a series of punches. Blam, blam, blam. Do you like that? Do you like that, Blondie? Okay. Instead of breaking clean, the Ultimate Warrior delivers several punches, stopping just before the referee's 5 count. Ultimate Warrior applies what appears to be a rear chin lock, but in fact, noose choke. Dusty Rhodes easily avoids the opponent's move. Pile driver. A well-prepared Ultimate Warrior is ready for the opponent's move. Ultimate Warrior kicks Dusty Rhodes to the midsection. Whoa! Ultimate Warrior set them for specialty. Body press is countered. Dusty Rhodes lifts Ultimate Warrior up for a full body slam. Ultimate Warrior has some serious issues going on and needs to find another approach. He tries to pin attempt on the Ultimate Warrior.
1, 2.
No pin. Dusty Rhodes whips Ultimate Warrior into the ropes and meets him with a big elbow. Outside the ring, Dusty Rhodes, after throwing Ultimate Warrior outside the ring, blasts him with a steel chair and then puts the boots to him on the arena floor. And his damage is up to 180 now, and his is 209. This is a good match. Dusty Rhodes stuns Ultimate Warrior with a leg drop across his back. Reduces stamina by 6.
1, 2.
No pin after the leg drop is dropped. He tries to pin him. Dusty Rhodes stuns Ultimate Warrior with a leg drop. Okay, neither wrestler wants to lock up, so they continue to study one another. Ultimate Warrior has control. Underestimates Dusty Rhodes' concentration level and loses control. Dusty Rhodes jumps on the Ultimate Warrior while he's draped first over the bottom rope. Ultimate Warrior might be suffering from the loss of mental functions at this point. Uh-oh. Wrestlers end up in the ropes and frustrations boil over a little as extra pushing and shoving occurs. Ultimate Warrior Irish whips Dusty Rhodes into the turnbuckle. Dusty Rhodes blocks the move, a nice counter. Ropes move. Outside ring. Dusty Rhodes nails Ultimate Warrior with a chair shot across his back. Wham! Dusty Rhodes hopes to reevaluate his match strategy. So he twists Ultimate Warrior's head as he applies a snug headlock, which allows him to ponder things over. And he's wrenching that headlock in and wrenching it in and wrenching it in. Dusty Rhodes unloads with a barrage of punches to Ultimate Warrior's face. And the damage is very similar, 212 to 217. Minus 30 for cuts, both men are bleeding. Dusty Rhodes pushes Ultimate Warrior into the near. Oops. Ultimate Warrior is a little overconfident, causes him to make a mistake and loses control. Both wrestlers are leery of making mistakes, so they simply eye one another. Outside the ring, here we go.
David? Oh, boy, is he.
Oh, man. Dusty Rhodes has been on the receiving end of a brutal attack this entire match. Ultimate Warrior throws Dusty Rhodes into the crowd, where the assault continues through the crowd, which fans scurrying for cover. Dusty Rhodes' face is rapidly becoming a crimson mask. And he has cuts of minus 61 now, 278 damage. That just, he's getting manhandled by the Ultimate Warrior right now. Ultimate Warrior picks Dusty Rhodes up and throws him back on the mat. Ultimate Warrior is able to lock in a version of the camel clutch. Dusty Rhodes smartly outmaneuvers his opponent. Dusty Rhodes catches his opponent in a rolling reverse and then tries to pin him.
1, 2.
Trying to use his head here.
And he gets 3.
And he pins Ultimate Warrior, Dusty Rhodes. A great match though. 290 damage, 215 damage. Ultimate Warrior with all that smashing, banging, stomping on Dusty Rhodes. And Dusty Rhodes comes through and wins the match. That match was worth a 4.5. So that was a great match. Dusty Rhodes pulls it off. The next two matches are tag team matches. We have the first match is going to be Don Morocco and Rocky Johnson versus the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott Steiner. The dog-faced gremlin and Big Papa Pump. They weren't called that at this time, but that's what I like to call them. And then the main event's going to be another tag team match, no disqualification. Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas versus the Powers of Pain, Barbarian and Warlord. Okay.
This is a lights-out match. Referee's only purpose in there to count a man's shoulders down or to hear him concede.
Okay, here we go. Don Muraco, Rocky Johnson. My manager's during the tournament, so. Okay.
The following contest is a tag team attraction scheduled for one fall.
Okay. Steiner's at 186 against 122. Not even close. Steiner's looks one nudge going away. They were simply too good. Okay, let's see what happens. Don Muraco and Rocky Johnson. Steiner surprised opponent by a rolling reverse. We'll say Rick Steiner's in the ring. Rick Steiner against Rocky Johnson, we'll say. Okay.
One!
No pin. Outside ring is happening. Scott Steiner smashes. Oh, it says Steiner smashed Don Muraco's arm into the ring post. Reduces stamina. Reduces stamina by 15. Let's see what this tells me. Don Muraco, actually it's Rocky Johnson, maneuvers opponent into rest standing abdominal stretch.
He is a mess. Oh, he is a mess.
Rocky Johnson delivers a brutal running clothesline to Steiner's outside the ring. To the dog-faced gremlin. Steiner's Rick Steiner has an ugly laceration on the right side of his nose. Uh-oh. He's got a cut. And then Rocky Johnson mounts the second turnbuckle and comes crashing down on Scott with a not Scott, but Rick with a nasty elbow to smash the top of the head. And then Rocky Johnson quickly goes for the pin attempt.
One!
No pin. Rocky Johnson slams Rick's arm with a chair shot across his arm. Successful tag out occurred, double team attempt. Don Muraco is in the ring now. He's able to dictate the pace of the match with a series of quick tag outs and enable them to apply constant pressure on the opponent. I hope that if he goes up on the in this game, he goes up on the if he gets another like goes with the 1.4 version. I hope he does the tag teams a little different because it would be brilliant. You could definitely have the tag team set up with single wrestlers, and then you can make any tag team out of any wrestlers. Would make the game so much more. I'm gonna write to him about that. Don Muraco's in. We still got Doc Morano, Doc and Rick. Don and Rick. Don decides to use punches. Punches reduces stamina to the head of Rick Steiner. Now it's Rocky Johnson again. A top rope bulldog.
One! Two!
No pin. Steiner's out control. We'll say it's Scott in the ring now. Scott Steiner attempts to apply submission holds on Don Muraco, yeah. Is it Don Morocco that's in there or Rocky? I think it's Rocky Johnson got tagged. Rocky Johnson pushes Scott in the near corner where the referee calls for a clean break. Outside the ring, Scott Steiner smashes Rocky Johnson's arm into the ring post. Successful tag out occurred, double team attempt countered. So now we have Don Morocco against Scott Steiner. Don Morocco delivers a running knee to Scott Steiner's chest. And then he's going to try a pin attempt on him.
1, 2.
No pin. Don Morocco in control. Successful tag out occurred, double team attempt, legal forearm. Steiner stunned Don Morocco. So it's Rick in there. Rick is too aggressive in their approach and lose control. Don Morocco decides to use punches against dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner. And Steiner slipped away. Steiner's trying to get more aggressive. Steiner's assumed control of the match with some well-timed, well-placed forearms that keeps. So Rick Steiner is banging on Don Morocco. Rick Steiner lifts Don Morocco up and holds him for a hanging vertical suplex.
1,
1, 2. No pin. Successful tag out occurred. Okay, so Steiner's back in after a successful tag out. He enters the ring and jumps from the middle turnbuckle and delivers a lethal knee drop to the back of the opponent's arm. That's held down to the mat. That's Don Morocco. Scott performs a double backdrop to Don Morocco.
1, 2.
Scott Steiner grabs the ringside bell and uses it to drill Don Morocco. Bang. Steiners have a successful tag out. And it is Rick again. Rick kicks Don Morocco in the forehead. Another Steiner tag. That's Scott back in the ring again. Steiner quickly grabs and lifts. Scott grabs and lifts Don Morocco up in the air and delivers a vertical suplex to him. Boom. And now it's Rick. Steiners use the ring to their advantage by keeping the opponent close to their corner, which allows easy tagging in and out. The opponent's taken a severe beating in the process. Here's Scott again. Rick says that Scott, following the tag out, performed a wicked double hamstring stretch on the opponent, who is now down on the mat. And Scott Steiner uses a mule kick on Don Morocco below the belt. Don Morocco needs to tag out. Uh-oh. Don Morocco takes control. Don Morocco has Rick Steiner in the air, toss slam hard to the mat. Yeah, Scott Steiner up there, boom.
1.
No pin. Don Morocco stomps Scott on the shoulder. And now it's Rocky Johnson in there. Rocky Johnson sensed the move was coming out and was able to make an excellent counter. It says that Scott violently choke slams Rocky Johnson down to the canvas. And Scott surprises his opponent with a small package. And he tries to pin Rocky Johnson.
1, 2,
3, no pin. Successful tag out occurred. Double team attempt suplex. So Dog-Faced Gremlin hooks Rocky Johnson trucks and delivers a high vertical suplex. And Rick Steiner.
1.
Powerful. No pin. Rick connects with a series of punches to the head of Rocky Johnson. Blam, blam, blam. Okay. It says that Rocky Johnson avoids the move. Okay, so now it's Don Morocco back in the ring. Successful tag out occurred, double team attempt. Partner charges into the ring and is able to get his hands on his opponent, only to be sternly warned by the referee to leave the ring or be disqualified. He can't be disqualified in this match. This mistake by the partner allows the opponent to continue the double teaming. Steiner's have control. Don Morocco turns the table and makes an expert counter to avoid the move. Don Morocco is setting up to use a specialty move. And it's a sunset flip and a pin attempt on Rick Steiner.
1, 2.
Ooh. Steiner's decided to call for the partner's help. The partner reaches in the ring and tags in his partner on the shoulder, which forces the referee to continue the attempt. Pin attempt is stopped. No pin. Don Morocco drops a knee across Rick Steiner's throat.
1,
And he
2.
no pin. Neither wrestler wants to lock in. Don Morocco has control. He uses a deep underhook and arm drag to bring Rick Steiner to the mat. Successful tag out. Rocky Johnson's in the ring. Double team attempt. And then the Steiners have control, so now it's Scott Steiner with a tag out. So it's Rocky Johnson. Turns the table to make an expert counter to avoid the move. Rocky Johnson grabs Scott Steiner and slams him hard to the canvas. Rocky Johnson kicks Scott Steiner in the chest. Blam. And then Scott Steiner nails Rocky Johnson with a forearm to the side of the head. And then tries a pin attempt after he knocks him on the ground.
1, 2.
No pin. Steiners have control, so successful tag out occurred. That means that Rick is in. They want to use a specialty move. DA top rope bulldog. They use that and then try to pin attempt on Rocky Johnson.
1.
Nope, they get the ropes. Rick Steiner picks up Dom. Is it Rocky Johnson? I can't remember which one's in the ring, so this is why he has to do this way. I think Don Morocco's in the ring. So he picks up Don Morocco and slams him hard to the mat, which results in severe shock to the lower lumbar region. Don Morocco decided to use punches against Rick. So he unloads his barrage of punches to Rick Steiner's face. Morocco surprises opponent with a sunset flip. Now they lose control of the Steiners. Steiners have control. Rick Steiner tries to apply their tag team expertise. Steiners flat out ignore the referee and continue to double team opponent following each tag out. Referee, for whatever reason, does not disqualify Steiner, which causes the opponent to suffer quite a bit of damage, reduces stamina by 25. And they have taken 351 damage, these guys. They've taken a lot of damage. And the Steiners have taken 205 with some cuts. Steiners avoid opponent's move and easily counter the move. Okay, Rick Steiner surprises the opponent and locked in a dangerous sleeper hold. And then he tries to go for a submission. This is against, I think, Rocky Johnson.
One!
No submission. Outside ring action. Steiner's throw Don Morocco out of the ring. No, it's Rocky Johnson. Steiner's punch and kick Rocky Johnson all around the ringside before rolling him back in the ring. That's Rick. Rick delivers a series of chops to Rocky Johnson's chest and tries to get a pin.
One!
He knocks him over.
Two!
No pin. Rick Steiner wrenches Rocky Johnson's arm by using the ropes from the corner.
One! Two!
No pin. Okay, Rocky Johnson bait opponent attempting the move, which allows a very easy counter. Rick Steiner senses the move is coming and is able to make an excellent counter. Okay, Rick Steiner drops down and delivers a shoulder to Rocky Johnson's midsection while trapped in the corner. Rick Steiner spins around the opponent, applying a standing abdominal stretch to Rocky Johnson.
One!
No submission. And Rocky Johnson turns the table and makes expert counter around the move. Rocky Johnson holds the Steiners. Rick Steiner in a headlock and punches him in the forehead while shielding that from the referee. And Rocky Johnson gains the needed leverage and lift. He lifts Rick Steiner's up for a high vertical suplex and then pins him when he slams him on the mat.
Two!
No finish yet. And look at the damage, 404 against these guys. And Rocky Johnson loads on Steiners with a beautiful drop kick. Referee jumps in and breaks the wrestlers up. Steiners have control. A successful tag out occurred. And that means Scott Steiner's back in against Rocky Johnson. Rocky Johnson unleashes a series of forearm uppercuts to the chin of Scott Steiner. Blam, 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 blam. Scott Steiner turns the table and makes an effective counter to avoid the move. Outside ring action. Scott hammers Rocky Johnson with a chair shot across his arm. The wrestlers engage in a test of strength but end up in the ropes. Referee calls for a clean break. Rocky Johnson turns the table and makes an effective counter to avoid the suplex. Rocky Johnson Has Scott Steiner's arm locked up on a tight shoulder block. Rocky Johnson pile drives Scott Steiner on a steel chair on the arena floor. The first time I've seen that one. Kablam. Successful tag out. So Don Morocco's back in the match now against Scott Steiner. It says following the tag out, Don Morocco sadistically throws the opponent backwards into the corner where the opponent's head hits the top of the turnbuckle very hard. Blam. The wrestlers end up in the ropes for Temper's Flare just a bit. Outside ring action. Scott Steiner nails Don Morocco with a chair shot across his arm. Scott Steiner is distracted, which caused them to lose control to Don Morocco. Don Morocco kicks Scott Steiner in the side of the head. And Don Morocco, a successful tag out occurred, so Rocky Johnson's back in there. Rocky Johnson uses a great game plan to keep tagging in and out, which causes big trouble for the opponent. Okay, Scott Steiner confuses Rocky Johnson, which allows Steiner to take control. And they want a specialty move. A top rope bulldog. It says that Rocky Johnson avoids the opponent's move, easily counters it. Don Morocco Rocky Johnson delivers a series of quick knee drops to Steiner's chest. Scott Steiner. And then he brings in Don Morocco again. And then Rocky Johnson comes back in. Steiner's using their agility to quickly deliver This is Scott Steiner uses his agility to quickly deliver a picture-perfect dropkick to Rocky Johnson's face or chest. The roaring crowd gives Steiner's an added boost of adrenaline and confidence. Scott Steiner is applying the speed pressure to Rocky Johnson's hamstring with a hamstring stretch. And they have 444 damage. And even these guys took a lot of damage, 338. This is a huge match. Successful tag out occurred. Double team. Okay, so now we have Rick Steiner back in. Partner has a pointer face down on the mat and is applying a very painful hammer lock. The hold and pressure is maintained following a tag out. Don Morocco simply have not had any answers to counter their opponents at this point. The Steiners have control, so it's Rick Steiner now. Rick Steiner drops in the ropes and delivers a flying clothesline on Rocky Johnson. Rick Steiner gains the needed leverage and lifts Rocky Johnson up for a high vertical suplex.
1, 2.
Tag out occurred, so Scott is back in the ring. Steiner's gained the needed leverage and lift Don Morocco up prior to suplex. Don Morocco decides to use the rope strategy. The Steiners are very ignorant when they attempt to start, only to be shocked when Rocky Johnson somehow manages to make it up the ropes, which stops the attempt. Now we have Rick Steiner again. Rick Steiner avoids the opponent's move and easily counters. Rick Steiner completely dropped their knee onto Rocky Johnson's chest or forehead.
1.
And he tries to pin him. Rocky Johnson gets over the ropes. The match has been going over 30 minutes. Don Morocco has control of submission move. Actually, it's Rocky Johnson. And Rocky Johnson quickly grabs the opponent, which is Rick Steiner, and puts a bear hug. And then Rocky Johnson smashes Rick Steiner on top of the head with a standing elbow smash. Rocky Johnson draped Rick Steiner's leg over the bottom rope and kicks the knee. Rocky Johnson decides to slow the pace of the match down and lock their hands tightly as they play a headlock to Rick Steiner. Successful tag out occurs, so Don Muraco is back in the ring. Following the tag out, partner comes to the middle of the turnbuckle with a knee smash to the opponent's leg, which he is held down on the mat. And that's Scott Steiner's leg, the double teaming. Ah, that hurts. Don Muraco is thinking the match needs to slow down, locks Scott Steiner in a deep armbar. Don Muraco drops a knee across Scott Steiner's forehead. Don Muraco hoping to reevaluate the match strategy, so they lock in a standing arm, that which not only puts Steiner in much pain, but gives Scott Steiner much pain, but gives Don Muraco some time to ponder things over. And now it's Rocky Johnson back in the ring. Outside ring action. Scott Steiner delivers a series of shoulder blocks into Rocky Johnson while they are pressed up against the ring apron. While he is pressed up against the ring apron. And the Steiners have control, so then Rick Steiner's in there with Rocky Johnson. Oh, another successful tag out. So Scott Steiner's back in. Partner has a opponent on the mat with his leg exposed. That's Rocky Johnson. Following the tag out, the wrestler entering the ring is able to drive a brutal knee into the outstretching leg. So that's what Scott Steiner does. Rocky Johnson fires away with a series of chops to Steiner's chest, and then he tries to pin him.
1, 2.
No pin. Successful tag out occurred. So now it's Don Muraco in the ring again. Against Scott. And then they turn over, they put Don Muraco in the Boston Crab. Don Muraco slips in a well spot and loses control. Outside ring shenanigans. Don Muraco mauls Scott Steiner's all around ringside area, using anything that is not nailed down as a weapon. Reduce stamina by 30. Don Muraco stumbles and loses control of the Steiners. And we have Rick in there now. Okay, so the double team attempt. The partner shoves the opponent into the corner, which allows his partner to violently choke the opponent with a tag team rope while the partner distracts the referee. And we have Don Muraco. Referee confuses both wrestlers with a hand gesturing, so each wrestler takes a step back. Wrestlers lock up and start fighting for leverage. Successful tag out occurred. Don Muraco has control. Double team attempt. Don Muraco was able to dictate the pace of the match with a series of quick tag outs that enabled them to apply constant pressure on the opponent. Don Muraco jumps from the ropes and delivers a flying headbutt. And then that's on Rick Steiner.
1, 2.
3, no pin. Uh-oh. Steiners are hard to beat. Don Muraco changes their minds. It's a little too late in doing so to lose control. Don Muraco ready for the opponent's move and make a nice counter. The Steiners are locked in, which allows them to quickly counter their opponent's move attempt. Rick Steiner whips Don Morocco into the ropes and delivers a clothesline to him. They've taken 600 points of damage. Successful tag out occurred, and that brings Scott Steiner in. Scott Steiner performs a double backdrop to opponent, or they both perform a double backdrop to the opponent with a double team. The line between courage and stupidity sometimes get blurred. Don Morocco might have blurred the line in this one. Okay.
1, 2.
Uh-oh. Successful tag out of turn, double team attempt. So it's back to Rick in the ring. They do a double backdrop. Don Morocco decides to call for a partner's help. Don Morocco calls for a partner to help. Partner is able to rake the face of the opponent. The attempt being very close to the ropes. The attempt is halted. Pin attempt stopped. Okay. Okay, the Steiners vault from the ropes to deliver a flying headbutt. This is Rick Steiner against Don Morocco, I think.
1, 2. And he gets 3.
Okay, so after 38 minutes, the match is a 4.0 rating. The Steiners vault from the ropes to deliver a flying headbutt, reducing stamina by 13. Don Morocco was pinned at 38-52. Don Morocco's damage is 617-0, and the Steiners' damage 459-27, so quite a bit of damage. And Steiners had cuts. That's that match. The tag team matches are a little different. You gotta try to pretend who's in the ring, who's not. I think it would just be easier if you made them just as 4 men or 6 men, you know. I think you could do that, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna talk to him about it. But that was a good match, rated a 4.0, which is not bad. I don't think I've had anything above 4.0. But we have one more match to go here. The main event tonight. Okay, now it's time for the main event of the evening. Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas in a no DQ tag team match against the Powers of Pain, the Barbarian and Warlord.
Of course, in this match, a lights-out match outside the sanction of the NWA, anything goes and anything will go. The referee is in there only to hear if a man concedes or is unable to continue.
Okay.
The following contest is a tag team attraction scheduled for one fall.
Prediction favorite. 99-133. Okay. Big bruisers against more. The Orndorff and Tony Atlas are better wrestlers, according to what the predictions say. So we'll see what happens here. Pre-match, Powers of Pain notices the referee is paying very close attention, so they don't do anything. Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas have control. We'll say Paul Orndorff's in the ring and against the Barbarian. Paul Orndorff Paul Orndorff batters the Warlord or the Barbarian while outside the ring. Paul Orndorff makes a tag to Tony Atlas. Okay. Pile driver's counter. Outside ring. It says that the Barbarian shoves Paul Orndorff and Paul Orndorff face first into the ring post. The Barbarian, momentarily annoyed with the referee, slows down their advancement. Paul Orndorff, I think that it's Paul Orndorff. It is Tony Atlas. We'll say Paul Orndorff for now. Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas lunge into Powers of Pain, but uses second leap, which allows Powers of Pain to take control. Powers of Pain, so now we're going to the Warlord. Ropes move countered. Powers of Pain were anticipating opponent's move and brilliantly countered. Powers of Pain whip. So the Warlord whips Paul Orndorff into the ropes and drills him with a high knee to the face. Now it's the Barbarian again. Submission move countered. Okay, the Powers of Pain have the Warlord back in. Okay. The partner has the opponent on the mat with his arm exposed. Following the tag, the wrestler entering the ring is able to drive a brutal knee into the outstretched arm. So he smokes him. Powers of Pain, which is the Warlord, delivers a nice mule kick to the side of Paul Orndorff's head. Successful tag out occurred. Double team attempt. Partner shoves opponent into the corner, which allows his partner to violently choke the opponent while the tag team rope while the partner distracts the referee. Yep. Powers of Pain have Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas high in the air and slam him hard to the mat. Neither wrestler wants to lock up, so they continue to study one another. The Warlord pushed Paul Orndorff into the near corner where the referee calls for a clean break, which he receives. Powers of Pain whipped Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas into the ropes and beat them with a forearm. Wrestlers stare at each other, neither one making a move. Neither wrestler wants to lock up, so they continue to study one another. Powers of Pain use a series of forearms on Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas. Powers of Pain perform a double backdrop on the opponent and reduces stamina by -20.
1, 2.
No pin. Successful tag out occurred. So now we have Tony Atlas in there against the Warlord. No. So we have Paul Orndorff against the Warlord. The Warlord senses he has an opening, but he's wrong. Causes him to lose control. Wrestlers stare at each other. Paul Orndorff scoops up the Warlord and slams him into the canvas. The Warlord slips on a wet spot and loses control. It says that Paul Orndorff is trying to get more aggressive. He pushed the referee aside, quickly getting his hands on the Warlord, which surprises him. Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas is able to control the action for the moment. The Warlord hammers on Paul Orndorff by using a series of pounding forearms to the back. These are big guys with huge physiques.
1,
Orndorff and Tony Atlas. Orndorff use Warlord's hair to gain added leverage. Warlord smash Paul Orndorff face first in the turnbuckle. Powers of Pain. So now it's the Barbarian. The Barbarian following a tag out to form a wicked double hamstring stretch on the opponent who's down on the mat, and that's Paul Orndorff. The Barbarian ponders his next move just a little too long. Paul Orndorff setting up a specialty move. Big military press slam by Paul Orndorff against the Barbarian. A big slam.
1, 2.
Warlord, the Barbarian decides to call for the partner's help. Partner's grabbed by the opponent, thus prohibiting him from stopping the attempt. Nothing happens. Count continues. No pin. Okay. The wrestlers stumble into the ropes. Referee tells them to reconvene what both wrestlers do. Paul Orndorff headbutt the Barbarian on the forehead. Lion. Okay, now we got Tony Atlas in the ring. Okay. Following a tag out, Tony Atlas sadistically throws the Barbarian backwards in the corner where the opponent's head hits the top turnbuckle very hard. Grand. Tony Atlas is very strong. The Barbarian whips Tony Atlas into the ropes and nails him with a knee into the midsection. Okay, Tony Atlas turns the opponent over and botches the crab. Tries to submit him.
1.
The Barbarian, no submission. Tony Atlas picks up the Barbarian and slams him hard to the mat, which is a severe shock. And he tries to pin him, it does not work. Tony Atlas headbutts the Barbarian on the side of the head. Another pin attempt.
1, 2.
No pin. Tony Atlas will expect the move for the opponent to counter the move. They lose control. They have control. Tony Atlas violently choke slams the Barbarian down at the canvas very hard. And he bounces off the mat. That's how hard he hits it. Powers of Pain slip away to the opponent's move attempt. They avoid the Powers of Pain move. Tony Atlas hits the Barbarian with a series of body punches. Blam, 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 blam. Special tag out, so now we have Paul Orndorff back in. Powers of Pain. The Barbarian hurls one into the ropes and nails him with a violent double elbow. Rebounds. Blam. Successful tag out occurred. So now we have the Warlord back in against, I think it's against Paul Orndorff now. I think Paul Orndorff just recently went in. Partner pushes into the corner. Powers of Pain pounds away with numerous kicks after tagging out. Wrestlers lock up after pushing and pulling each other. And up in the ropes where the referee calls for a break. Neither wrestler wants to lock up. Paul Orndorff is a little overconfident. They lose control. tries to quiet the fans who have reached their fever pitch, but they just become louder. Paul Orndorff sucker punches the Warlord when the referee tries to separate the two. And then he knocks the Warlord down. The Warlord seems like he's knocked out. He's not moving. He's trying to
1, 2.
No, but he quickly gets up, knocks away the pin. So now it's Tony Atlas in the ring. Successful tag out. Partner charges in the ring, is able to get his hands on. Opponents only to be sternly warned by the referee to leave the ring or be disqualified. This mistake by partner allows opponents to continue the double teaming and reduce stamina by 15. Tony Atlas quickly grabs the opponent, clamps on a bear hug. That's the Warlord, I believe.
1.
No submission. Tony Atlas uses a back suplex against the Powers of Pain, against the Warlord.
1, 2, and he gets 3.
All right. So Powers of Pain immediately put their. So the Powers of Pain is the Warlord. Puts his leg on the location rope, but Tony Atlas quickly knocks the leg off the rope. Powers of Pain once again get their leg on the bottom rope, but the referee did not see this when making the 3 count. So the Warlord is pinned to 17:07. Yep, the Warlord's pinned to 17:07. Paul Orndorff for Tony Atlas, damage cuts minus 226.0, 176.0. Okay, so that's our card for this evening. We had the winner of that match is the first match was Jimmy Snuka over Adrian Adonis. Then El Gigante wins by pinfall, 209 against Bret Hart. Rocky Johnson beats Jay Strongbow by pinfall, 27 minutes. The Ultimate Warrior, Dusty Rhodes by pinfall, 22 minutes, but he took a hell of a beating. Twice in a row by these wrestlers. The Steiners win by pinfall at 38-52 against Don Morocco and Rocky Johnson. And Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas pin. They pinned the Warlord at 17:07. So that's that. Now what's going to happen? We have our spreadsheet here. These 4 wrestlers, Jimmy Snuka, El Gigante, Rocky Johnson, and Dusty Rhodes, one of these is going to be a contender for the belt. And then we're going to have a 16-man battle royal. And the winner of the battle royal will face one of these 4 men here. So it's going to be really fun. And then the tag team tournament. So far we have the Road Warriors. They're going to be facing off against the Steiners later. Paul Orndorff and the Tony Atlas will be facing off either against Demolition or Dusty Rhodes and Sting. That's going to be a hell of a match too. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a match. And it's going to be an even better match. Whoever faces Orndorff and Tony Atlas. Yeah. So there's some tough competition here in the tag team ranks. I'll pick my first man for the Battle Royal here. Can't use anybody that I've used so far. Lex Luger I've used. Hulk Hogan I haven't used. George Steele I've used, I think. Got Steve Austin, Undertaker, Ox Baker. I haven't used him yet. He's gonna be a big one. Mark Henry, Billy Gunn, Jumping Jim Brunzell, Dynamite Kid, the British Bulldog, Mickey Lanny Poffo, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Brooklyn Brawler, Snake Brown, Sabu I used, Rhino I haven't, Sheik, Al Casey, and Ron Bass. I don't think I've used him. The Rock and Triple H. The first person I'm going to put in there. Let's see, Battle Royal. Put it here. The Battle Royal, the first wrestler to go into the Battle Royal. Will be Andre the Giant. He'll be our first wrestler in there. And I'll pick some more as we go on, continue on here. So Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It's going to be a 16-man Battle Royal. But that's it, guys. Thanks for coming, and thanks for coming to Cleveland to the Huntington Convention Center and watching some matches with us. We had a pretty good time here. Dusty Rhodes took another beating, but he came back on top. He's one hell of a wrestler. And the Steiners are really good, and Paul Orndorff and Tony Atlas are really good. They beat the Powers of Pain, and those guys, the Steiners beat Don Morocco and Rocky Johnson. So, but anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good Super Bowl day. Everybody enjoy the Super Bowl today, and take care. Good night.